Welcome. Perhaps you've heard stories about hypnosis, images of swirling lights or losing control. But what if I told you it's far simpler and more natural than that? It's really just a quiet conversation with your own mind, a gentle invitation to notice what's already true. You're already a master of focus after all. Think of how completely absorbed you become when you're reading a book or listening to music. That's a form of self-hypnosis, isn't it? And the idea that you lose control? And that's not quite right. It's more like shifting gears, from actively trying to change to allowing change to unfold. You're still the driver. You simply take your foot off the brake. You remain aware. You still hear my voice and all the sounds around you. We're simply going to explore a little bit of quiet space within, where you can gently, curiously observe your thoughts and feelings, especially that pull you feel after a meal, that old familiar urge. And maybe, just maybe, you'll notice it's not quite as solid or as powerful as you once believed. It's about discovering that quiet confidence you mentioned, the knowing that you can make different choices. That's all. And now, just allowing your awareness to drift softly, not needing to do anything, simply allowing yourself to be. Perhaps noticing the points of contact between your body and the surface beneath you, the chair, the floor, the gentle weight of your own being. There's no right or wrong way to feel, no need to adjust, just noticing. And with each breath, you might find that any tension, any tightness begins to soften. Just a little. Not forcing it, merely observing. It's like watching clouds drift across the sky without trying to change their path. Each inhale, a quiet acknowledgement of the present moment. Each exhale, a gentle release. You may notice as your breathing slows that your thoughts begin to wander, to drift, much like those clouds. That's perfectly natural. Don't chase them. Don't judge them. Simply acknowledge their presence and let them pass. That urge, that familiar pull. Remember you mentioned that after a meal. Perhaps you're already noticing it hasn't grabbed your complete attention. It may feel distant, like a scent on the breeze, coming and going. It isn't demanding, is it? More of a gentle prompting that softens if you simply breathe, as if with each breath, space opens up between you and that desire. Space for choice. And now, allow yourself to sink just a little deeper. It isn't about going anywhere. It's about noticing where you already are. A deeper sense of comfort, a quiet settling in. No exertion needed, allowing your body to feel the support beneath you. Every point of contact, just melting, softening, And with each breath you take, imagine that breath flowing down through your body, releasing any remaining tension, any lingering holding, as if, with each exhale, you're gently brushing away unwanted thoughts, like leaves skittering across pavement. There's a spaciousness developing, a kind of open quality in your chest, in your shoulders, and even behind your eyes, like a room where the walls have retreated, creating more space, serene and calm. It's a quiet spaciousness, a haven. Notice, if you will, that even that old familiar craving, that pull after a meal, is now nestled within. That spaciousness, contained, diminished simply by its context. It's like observing a ghost from a safe distance. You acknowledge it's there, but it no longer holds the power to disrupt your peace. Distance empowers. The horizon invites strength and stature. Just like that. And now, bring to mind a recent moment after a meal when that familiar nudge arose, that urge to reach for a cigarette, not to dwell on it, not to analyze it, simply to notice it, as if observing a wave rolling toward the shore, approaching, building, but remaining at a distance. It's a pattern, isn't it? A familiar sequence of sensations. Perhaps a slight tightening in the chest, a fleeting thought, a hand instinctively reaching. But even as you recall it, you're noticing something different, aren't you? You're not in that moment. You're observing it. That changes everything. That distance, that slight separation, allows you to see it not as a command, but as a habit, an old story, playing on repeat. And stories can be rewritten. Perhaps you're noticing the physical sensation itself isn't actually unpleasant. It's more a hollowness, a slight emptiness, like space that's simply waiting to be filled, a space that's perfectly suited for something new. And maybe, as you continue to breathe, that hollowness softens, begins to resemble not a craving, but a quiet invitation, a pause, a breath. It's like the ghost of a flavor, something you once knew, now fading. And now, just allowing yourself to drift a little deeper still. Imagine, if you will, that spaciousness we've been cultivating, that room with retreating walls, perhaps noticing a gentle light beginning to fill it, a soft, warm glow, not harsh or demanding, simply present. And within that light, you can observe that old familiar urge, that after-meal prompting with a new kind of curiosity. It's like watching a wave crest, then gently dissolve back into the ocean. It's still there, but its power, its insistence is lessening. And as you observe it, with this gentle curiosity, perhaps you're noticing something unexpected. Perhaps you're noticing that your mind isn't struggling against this urge. It's simply observing it, and that observation itself creates distance. It's as if you've stepped back from a painting and can now see the whole picture rather than being lost in the details. If it feels right for you, you might even offer a quiet thank you to that urge for showing you where your strength lies. Thank it for protecting you, for being a familiar companion, and then invite it to step aside, to release its hold. Not with force, not with struggle, but with a gentle, accepting, letting go. Because now you possess something new, something stronger, the quiet confidence to choose. And that quiet confidence feels remarkably peaceful, doesn't it? That peace settles. That peace resonates. The peace spreads. And now, gently allowing yourself to become aware of the sounds around you, the rhythm of your own breath, the feeling of your body, just noticing without judgment. Let that awareness expand slowly, gradually, like sunlight filtering through the trees. There's no need to rush, no need to change anything. Simply observing. And as you become more aware of your surroundings, you might also notice a quiet sense of calm settling within you, a stillness that wasn't there before, a peacefulness that feels natural and right, and that calm, that quiet confidence, it's something you can carry with you throughout your day. It's already there, waiting to be accessed, especially after a meal. Imagine finishing a meal, feeling that familiar shift, that subtle prompting. But instead of automatically reaching for a cigarette, you simply pause. You breathe, and you notice that space, that spaciousness we've cultivated together is still there, a haven of calm within you. And within that calm, you remember this feeling, this quiet strength, this ability to choose. It isn't about denying the urge. It's about observing it and allowing it to pass, like a cloud drifting across the sky. And with each breath, that calm reinforces itself. That quiet confidence grows stronger. It is now a natural response to those moments. It simply is. And now, gently beginning to bring your awareness back to the room, noticing the sounds around you, the feeling of the chair beneath you, the air on your skin. There's no need to rush, no need to change anything. Simply becoming more present, more aware. And as you do, you might notice that quiet sense of calm, that spaciousness, that peaceful confidence is still with you. It hasn't vanished, it hasn't faded. It's simply settled deep within you. A quiet companion, ready to be accessed whenever you need it. And as you begin to move, to stretch, to reorient yourself. Notice how that calm travels with you, like a gentle current flowing through your body. That urge, that familiar prompting, it may still arise from time to time, but now you have a new perspective. You have a new choice. You've discovered the space between the stimulus and the response, and within that space lies your freedom. You've learned that you're not controlled by your cravings. You observe them, and that observation changes everything. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel grateful for this moment, for this quiet strength, for the ability to choose a healthier, happier, more fulfilling life. Notice how this calm stays with you, a quiet companion, as you return to your day. And so, as you return to full awareness, take a moment to simply appreciate the journey you've taken. Not judging, not analyzing, just acknowledging the quiet shifts that have occurred within you. You may not have eliminated the urge entirely, and that's perfectly all right. The goal wasn't erasure, but distance, perspective, the ability to observe without being consumed. And you've discovered that ability. You've touched that quiet confidence, that space within, where you can choose a different response. Perhaps you're noticing a subtle lightness, a softening around the edges of that old habit. Or maybe you're simply feeling a sense of peace, a quiet acceptance of whatever arises. Both are victories. Every breath you take is a testament to your strength, your resilience, your inherent ability to heal. And as you move forward, know that this space, this calm, is always available to you. It's not something you have to create. It's something you have to remember, to return to. When you finish a meal and that familiar nudge arises, simply pause, breathe, and reconnect with this feeling, this quiet knowing that you are the observer, not the observed, that you have the power to choose a different path. When you're ready, let this be a place you return to, a quiet sanctuary where you can rediscover your strength and nurture your peace. And as you open your eyes, take with you this gentle reminder: you are capable, you are strong, and you are free.